don't you stay a while, darling? I just know I could take you on a wild ride if you let me.
Welcome everybody to another episode brought to you by Game Glitches. Today we're gonna take a look at new patch by Divinity Original Sin 1.0.169 and the different changes that they have implemented, and there are actually some very drastic and critical changes that they have implemented into the game that could actually severely change your gameplay, either for good or for the worst, depending on what kind of a player you are. So without further ado, let's just go over what has been changed. And right off the bat, we'll start this video with something amazing that was announced by Divinity that will be released later today. If we take a look at view downloadable content, you will see that there's currently nothing there, and you go to view available downloadable content, you'll see that there's two companions that are being released for the game. Unfortunately for everybody, that you have to restart the game all the way from scratch, from the beginning, and play with these two characters, but in my opinion, it is completely worth it, and I think you guys should totally give it a try, because Divinity does an amazing job in character development and in storyline. At the moment, when you click add DLC to the cart, you currently can't continue a finished purchase, but it's gonna be $0. This DLC is free. They're promising that it's gonna be available soon. Now, to further view where you could activate this DLC, now we will go to our Divinity game. Right off the bat, as you launch the Divinity game, you would notice that there is now an additional button called Additional Content. Currently, this content again is not available at this moment, but they are promising on the forums that it will be released very shortly, most likely later today. Once you have the DLC is of course already, most of it from my understanding is downloaded in your computer, but it's not yet activatable. Right here is where you would be able to currently check your DLC once it becomes available. There's of course, you know, the soundtrack, container design documents, art pack, and all of that nice little features is also can be activated from within here. I believe in the near future we could obviously expect more DLCs that will be, you know, gathered within this window, and that you can activate and turn off at will and how you want to do it. I think this is definitely gives us hope and something amazing to look forward to. Now, let's begin with the major changes that are going to affect everything across the board. To craft Tenebrium weapons, you no longer can use crafting skill. Unfortunately, now to craft Tenebrium weapons, you would need to use the Tenebrium skill right over here. Now this skill is now not just responsible for how much you do damage with these weapons, completely negating single-handed or two-handed skills if you have it, including for bows and crossbows or any kind of Tenebrium weapon is now falls under. They are also putting crafting Tenebrium weapons into the same category, which is now making this skill worth even heavier. They're trying to of course recompensate this skill by making the book on how to Tenebrium, on how to use Tenebrium limitless, meaning that instead of only one character able to use that book, now multiple characters can use it. So the book that you need is, for example, is How to Handle Tenebrium, that can be actually found in this room, and I will include a video link to how to obtain the skill book and guide to it. And now instead of being able to use it on one of your characters, you can now give it to all of your characters to click, and they will all be able now get +1 to the Tenebrium skill and will be immune to rot, because once you have one skill, that's all it takes to be immune to the rot. And this is where you would find it. Additional changes that were implemented, of course, is by when you drag an item within your inventory over your container, it automatically now pops up in your container. Unfortunately though, you cannot still drag an item over onto another crate or container and have it pop in there. It just kind of puts it on top of it. Now when you go to the end of time and try to hire henchmen, a proper amount will be deducted. Before there used to be some kind of a glitch that either deducted stupid amount or almost nothing at all.
Well, hello there.
Now it's all, of course, been fixed.
Until we meet again.
And you can now hire proper henchmen.
My friend returns.
Of course, first you would need to dismiss one of your people for you to be able to hire the henchman. The next bug that they have fixed is the fact that Arhu no longer thinks of his items within the house that you drop them as his anymore. As you can see, these are the books that I have dropped before the patch, and if I would pick them up, it would be considered as theft, and Arhu might, if he notices me, might say something if I'm not stealthy. Now, if you would see, I would drop a brand new book. And the belt, for example, and as you can see, I can pick up both the book and both the belt without causing it to be basically go into theft mode. The other stuff, unfortunately, I can't pick up. He could get mad if I don't do it properly and he sees me doing it. We're also gonna take a look at some effects that they have recently changed for some abilities. For example, the stances. Now the stances, when you switch them, have a more graphical effect. And of course, they're also claiming that they changed battering ram. And as you can see, they obviously did. Of course, who is gonna go all ballistic on me and try to kick my ass. But the odds of that happening are, well, 0. He could keep trying, but it doesn't hurt to dream. It's just one of his attacks. It feels like he's bugged or glitched, but that's how he does his attacks. They have a very high chance of missing, but the damage that they do is actually not that significant, and they get blocked quite easily. Now, let's see our crushing fist. And the graphics seem to be a little bit different, stay a little longer. Nothing was really changed for this character. Here they have, from my understanding, they have changed a little bit of minor heal. It's now a little bit more shiny. Also, they had added additional effects to Dust Devil and Whirlwind. Now, as you could see, the radius and the whole swirl looks actually nicer. In any case, let's move on to the next major change. That is, when you look in your combat log, there is no longer the issue with double space. As you can see, the combat is displayed nice and cleanly. It's a lot easier to now see how much damage was dealt, how much damage was taken, and how much damage is absorbed. And it now takes up definitely a lot less space within the text window. One little feature that was also removed from the game is the fact that you can after you complete the Wishing Well quest, you can no longer use them to teleport between one another conveniently. Now when you talk to it, as you can see, it gives you no option to go and to teleport to William. It's very unfortunate, but it's okay cause it doesn't really break the game in any real significant way. It was more of a convenience, really. Another, of course, cool little feature that now if you have magic staff or two-handed sword type of a weapon, now that there are additional type of graphics when you put it away, such as that nice little spin. And the last one is the two-handed sword. It also applies the same type of a spin that it does to the staff, which is pretty nice. You know, we could take a closer look at how this happens. With the staff it seems it's slower and it looks kind of more neater. With a two-handed sword it seems like it's so quick. It's like a propeller, you know, a helicopter propeller. And stuff, you're just gonna lift off the ground real quick. Get some pizza and stuff. Now, let's continue to the next change. They have also fixed the quest issue that sometimes happened when you would talk to Lawrence and would continue the quest that would involve the miners. But from the patch notes it seems that the issue has been fixed and you could now continue the quest.
My friend returns. Until we meet again.
Of course, I already finished the quest, so it can't unfortunately redo it. As you can see, they also, as they claimed, added additional sound to the burning boat. I don't really see much difference, but, you know, maybe I'm missing something. The little bell in the background ring. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I'm really looking forward to this DLC. I hope you guys been enjoying and having a lot of great fun in Divinity Original Sin as I have. So if you guys like this video, please click like, please click subscribe, and I'll definitely see you guys next time. And please feel free to recommend any other videos that you would like me to make in the future. I'll definitely see what I can do about it. Thank you guys for tuning in and have a wonderful day.